Hello, everyone. In today's lesson, we're going to see that our games are not over until they're really over. So, what do I mean with this? I was playing in this tournament in this weekend, and I already had 3.5 points out of four, and it was a blitz tournament. And I had the white pieces on the fifth round. They were 7 rounds, and winning this would mean a lot to me uh, because I would be very close to being in the top three in this tournament. And it was an open tournament, which was going to be very good for me. So, and I had the white pieces. I played the pawn to e4. My opponent played the Sicilian defense. And I play the closed Sicilian. Sometimes I play the closed Sicilian. Sometimes I play the open Sicilian. But I like to play the closed one more because then I don't have to remember many lines in the open Sicilian. So here, my opponent played knight to c6, which is the normal move to play here, and we both fianchettoed the bishop. This is one of the main lines. My opponent played the pawn to e6, and I played the bishop to e3. Now here there are different moves as well for black, and my opponent chose to play the pawn to d6. Now I'm very comfortable with this opening because I have played it a lot, and so I played queen to d2. And my opponent played knight to e7. Of course, black can avoid this line and play on the queen side and delay the development of the knight so that they delay having our bishop move to h6 and trying to trade the dark square bishop early on during the game. So here, black can capture, but my opponent castled, allowing me to start a very fast attack on the king side. And then they also played pawn to d5, allowing me to push my pawn one more time, and he captured. Already, my opponent is thinking a lot, and for me, I was playing very fast because I'm familiar with this line. I've played it many times, and I know that this is very good for white. So with time, I was better already, and when I captured, it's not possible for black to capture here because then the king is going to be out soon and is going to be very dangerous for black. And so my opponent captured with the pawn so that they get to hide the king on e8. This meant that already, so early on during the game, I already had an extra pawn. The king is not so safe in the middle of the chessboard. And I'm still attacking. I still want to capture the pawn on g6. So my opponent tried to defend by playing the knight to e5. So here I pushed my pawn, the knight went back, and I captured the pawn on g6. Now I have two extra pawns. Now, this time I was thinking about just one thing that if my opponent is ever going to try to do anything, it's going to be something like h8, and that's the only trick that I have to take care about because I haven't castled and my rooks are not connected. So, but I knew that if I play bishop g6, such a move will never work because there's a pin here. And so my opponent played the only way that they could try to do anything, played queen to d4. I attacked the queen, queen to e3. So here everything is defended on my side of the chessboard, but I cannot castle. Okay. But at the same time, I have a very big advantage. If we check this on the computer engines, it's like +10 for white. So I knew this. I knew that I have a big advantage. My opponent didn't have enough time. In addition to having experience with this, and being much higher rated than my opponent. So I considered this game completely won, and I was not so focused anymore. I was actually thinking, what should I do in my next round? How should I play in my next round? and or what should I eat maybe? Uh, I completely lost focus here because I considered myself winning, which is the lesson that we need to learn. We shouldn't do that until we win the game. We shouldn't lose our focus and stay focused till the end of the game. So here, um, I played knight to e4, which is a very good move. I want to check, put pressure on the knight. And my opponent played the only playable move here, which is knight to f5. And here I check, and the king moved to e7. Surely they didn't leave the knight that's on f7. And here, almost any move wins. And one good move would be knight to g4, and or maybe just any move, Except I played bishop to f5, and I played it very fast because I just considered that okay, I'm winning, I can just play anything, and I just played anything, and just by um, just in a very fast way, I captured this knight. So here I was thinking capture is not going to be good. Um Otherwise, what will my opponent be? But because I did this very fast and I was not focused, I totally forgot about the only thing that I was being careful about. I forgot about rook to h8. And even for rook to h8, if we check this position with engines, it is still very big advantage for white. It's still very good for white. Even if I give up my queen for the knight, for the rook, and play knight to g4. The shocking effect that I had after my opponent plays rook to h8 was because I couldn't believe how, in such a position, when especially I was taking care of this move, and I was being careful of not to allow this move. How did I allow this move? And how did I lose focus? And I was like very shocked and like blaming myself and in like a negative state. And it was a blitz game. So or I started losing time as well. And I just thought that this is I didn't even consider that this might still be good for me, and I should look for a good move. So actually, there are two lessons from this game is that first, never lose focus, even if we're winning. Until we completely win, we shouldn't consider ourselves, won. And the second one is that if we meet an unexpected move, it should not really affect us so much, and we should try to play what's on the board. So I guess I lost this game because of what's happening in my mind, not because of what's happening on the chessboard. So here I didn't find the best moves, of course. I was just playing any moves because I was very disappointed from myself. And I played a check. The king moved to f8. That's the best move here. And I had to capture and capture again. But even here, and after this position, if we check with engines, again, it's not so bad for white. I can just check, give up my knight, and keep the bishop on e4. I have enough material for the queen. It's not going to be easy for me, my opponent, nor for my opponent to play this game. Been played. But actually, in my mind, I was not really looking for the good moves. I was just considering that this is very disappointing for me to play such a game. And okay, in my mind, I lost when I wasn't. So here, I just played a random move, and my opponent captured my bishop, of course, because now my knight cannot be saved. I can save it just for a few moves. If the bishop moves away, the rook is moving to e8, is moving to h8, and I'm going to lose another piece. And okay, after a couple of moves, I just resigned here. So we can learn different things from this game. That uh, okay, not to underestimate our opponent, or not to overestimate our our win, or not to consider that we have won this game before we really win it. And second, always to play what's on the chessboard. Even if we meet an unexpected move, let's try to find the best move we can do in this position, and not to be affected much with what's happening in our mind, not to be shocked um, with what, let's say, we didn't expect, a move that we didn't expect.